Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today is a little bit different from what I've done in previous videos. So this video is basically recapping my ARCA Art Series test at Daytona International Speedway. So for those of you that aren't familiar with that opportunity and that whole ordeal, the Daytona test is an opportunity for guys like myself to get approved for super speedways and get approved for ARCA if the opportunity ever came up, just to make sure that you can handle high speeds and that you go through their qualification system in order to qualify and move forward with big super speedways and just ARCA in general, making sure that you can check off all the boxes that they require moving forward with them. So worked with Andy Jankowiak with AJ Racing that weekend. It was a great experience for me getting to share the seat with Andy. You know, Andy's obviously a very experienced driver. Did the ARCA Art Series full-time last year in that series, and you know, has proven himself worthy on the short track level and the indoor track level with modifieds and the indoor cars and things within that region. So certainly super cool to work with him and his team that weekend. Just to give a brief recap before I show all the raw footage, you know, managed to learn a lot that weekend about the draft, about what ARCA is about, at least on the super speedway side of things, and a little bit of the technical side of things. You know, was fortunate enough to work with a lot of great people with this team and get to see a lot of familiar faces in the ARCA garage from, you know, series within, you know, late models and legend car drivers that I've raced with or I've seen around the garage area in years prior. So it was certainly cool to catch up with a lot of them and get to experience Daytona. If you know me, you know that Daytona has always been on my bucket list to try to do at some point in my life in something at some point. So it was a big deal for me to go do Daytona and do the ARCA test and get to experience it. You know, did single car runs obviously, and then did a couple runs within the draft, working with other cars, working with other teams throughout the weekend on the racetrack. And our car showed a lot of speed. Our 73 Ford was really good, really quick. Andy did a really good job on his end too the first day that we completed, and the first day I really did just single car runs. I didn't really do pack runs, while Andy went ahead and did pack runs, obviously because he's ran Daytona Talladega. He's got a lot more experience, so he's able to jump right into it, unlike me trying to ease my way into it and just get a feel for the car and a feel for the speeds and the G's that you get in the corner, all that stuff. So the second day we ended up working with the draft and working with a handful of packs, worked with a couple of top Chevy teams towards the end of the day, and managed to finish 8th in the speed charts for day 2, and finished 25th overall on the speed charts out of 46 cars, so or 46 drivers. So that was a big deal for me, big deal for everybody involved. Again, huge thank you to Andy Jankowiak and everybody at AJ Racing for the opportunity to work with them over that weekend and get to experience you know, a dream I've had ever since I was about 12 years old, of going to run Daytona and get to experience those high banks and the excitement that, you know, I've always seen going to those races, whether it's the 500 or the 400, or when I've been watching it on TV, and get to experience, you know, what those drivers feel on a weekend basis when they go to a track like that. So yeah, without further ado, I'll show some of the raw footage that we were able to get from this weekend. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to show you guys my experience and just give a brief explanation on it. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, you name it. Going to try to get more content out there throughout the year with the late model stuff that I'm doing with E33 Motorsports, with Rick Ware Racing, and that whole ordeal. So without further ado, I'll transfer it over to the raw footage. Hopefully you guys enjoy.
Either you pick him up here, okay. Yeah, I'm good for him. So, hey, man, how you doing?
Yeah, it was in here.